This is a Bible, and this is a parallel Bible with 4 different translations: King James, Amplified, New American Standard, and New International. And this, in many different places in this Bible that is true enough religion, refers to spiritual living things communicating with humans, refers to them, tells about them having visions, tells them about having dreams, tells about them having religious preoccupation, tells about them getting messages from humans, therefore getting messages from audio and visual. Yet, modern psychiatry recognizes none of this. Modern psychiatry recognizes that doesn't recognize spiritual living things communicating with humans on world Earth. Modern psychiatry chalks this all up to chemical imbalance or auditory and or visual hallucinations. Modern psychiatry constantly asks, are you hearing voices? If you're hearing voices, you automatically have a mental problem. You automatically are committed, possibly. The judges that listen to psychiatry cases do not take into account spiritual things communicating with humans. Ted personally was persecuted. Ted personally terribly had his U.S. constitutional rights violated. Ted personally had his U.S. constitutional rights to religious freedom violated. Ted was definitely within bounds of this Bible right here. Ted was in the parameters of what he was describing, he was experiencing and explaining in this Bible right here. Ted should not have been persecuted in the slightest. Ted can have all the religious preoccupation Ted wants. Almost everybody in this Bible here has had or did have religious preoccupation per modern psychiatry definitions and psychiatric courts and where they would court order you. Ted was within bounds of his U.S. constitutional rights and his U.S. constitutional rights to religious freedom. Yet Ted was terribly persecuted in the United States of America for a year. And this was not only false arrest and false imprisonment, this was forcing Ted to take things called drugs and pharmaceuticals against his will that Ted knows, and he even read the PDR contraindications, caused some permanent damage to his brain, caused permanent damage to his brain and body, including his liver. And Ted was forced to take these also. Therefore, he was forced to take something that caused permanent damage. That's a form of torture. So Ted was also tortured, and he accuses the modern psychiatric system in the United States of America of falsely arresting him, falsely imprisoning him, falsely keeping him against his will, violating his U.S. constitutional rights terribly, violating his religious freedom terribly, and also torturing him, subjecting him to torture. And he was treated terribly while he was in there. He was disrespected. He was definitely treated terribly, and he was abused, and he was definitely treated badly. And even strapped in to gurneys and things where he couldn't hardly move, strapped down, treated terribly, terribly.